Welcome to Wine and Dice, a Studio Chimera talk show, I guess you can say. This is our first time doing it, so if things get a little bit rough, don't pay attention. I am Stephen Owen, the host of our talk show, a little fireside chat. I am joined today by Kaleb.
Hello!
Jacob.
Hi.
And Natalie.
Hello.
So, the kind of MO for this is, I am our resident sommelier. I have brought 4 wines, and Caleb has also brought a mead.
I'm drinking it now.
He's drinking it right now.
Homemade mead.
We did just try it. It's very tasty, especially for our first time.
Woo.
Tonight we're showcasing some Chilean wines, as well as some Louisiana wines. I think, so the way this is going to end up working is, it's going to be more so just us talking about the first arc, me asking you guys questions, you guys asking me questions, and it's just going to be free form. There's no rhythm or rhyme to this. So, I think it'd be imperative to start with our first wine tonight, which is a Sauvignon Blanc from Chile called Bueno Con.
Fill me up.
So, Bueno Con, the translation literally means good with.
Good width. Good, width with a D?
With. Like without a D.
Without a D?
Without a D.
Okay. Good.
Width.
The other way is so much funnier.
Good
width.
Good width.
Good girth.
This is meant to be paired with other things.
Okay,
meats,
okay.
cheeses, things like that.
That's typical of a girthy wine.
It seems to have a good width.
Good girth, yeah.
Very girth.
Can feel the width in
Very
my mouth.
girth.
Very, very girthy. So,
It's very good.
yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to get my mouth around that one.
It's got a lot of lemongrass in it, I will say.
I can taste the lemon, kind of like.
Yeah, the lemon just kind of hit me immediately.
It's lemon ass.
Like
Yeah.
this.
Man, you are bringing me back to my work. Holy shit.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
I've seen how it operates.
Oh, yeah.
Steven is a professional drunk in real life.
Yeah, I absolutely am.
Job title and everything.
Yeah,
They should pay you for that.
I'm licensed.
Yeah.
He does get paid for that.
Well-
and you people are out here doing it for free.
I know, right? I get to know about it, and then people just tell me stuff, and I just spew it back out.
Yeah.
It's like passing down stories through generations.
I know.
Spewing them out. Yeah.
You're like an oral tradition. You're like a wine oracle.
Oh.
I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, Sauvignon Blancs are a little different. This one's
I like it.
a few days old, being open, so it's a little aerated. So I think it's good for us to start. I'm just going to open the floor up to you guys for any kind of questions that y'all have off the bat.
About the first arc.
Yeah,
Well,
the first 6 episodes plus the preamble.
I know you wish that we had started recording from day one, like from the very first get-go, like session 0 and everything.
Yes.
Are you happy with the way that it started?
I can't say that I'm not happy. I'm liking the direction it's going. I do kind of pity the viewers and listeners because they're not going to get a lot of the humor and growing that happened in those first, I think, 9 sessions that we did.
Such pitiful creatures.
Yeah.
But there's so much like learning curve growing that went on in those first couple episodes, and just kind of like it was more so a background, the way things work in this world. And I'm just kind of, I wish we would have started sooner, but I'm happy with where it is now, especially with the introductions and trailers out, and the world trailer as well. I think it's going to work better with everything.
I think it gives them like a real like feet on the ground experience, like out of the gate.
Yeah, they're jumping right into it, and it's like we all had experience. Most of us had experience as soon as we started, and it puts people into the world. Like there's no real introduction to it. It's almost just like you're jumping into the middle of a story.
And I don't know if it pertains to this too much, but I know that like when it comes to good storytelling and everything like that, you want to start as late as possible. You want people just to kind of be able to get in there and get into the action.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they tell you when you're in like a storytelling course. It's like, don't start with your character being a kid and then push them all, like go through their entire childhood telling every single thing that happened.
Start as they're falling off a cliff.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I have a question to backpack.
What's up?
Since we weren't able to start from like the very beginning, what part of that, especially since I wasn't there for that, like, do you wish the most was in the
Oh
show?
God, I wish the fucking whole like jumping out of Salo Crest and getting to the surface was recorded.
That was very fun.
That was fun.
That was a whole fucking ordeal. It was like from episode 2 or session 2 up to right before we started recording. And that was just a whole fucking ordeal. There's so much stuff that we reference from that. That's like, come on. That it would have been so awesome just to have that recorded and like prepared.
I want to piggyback off of that question because that is like the main point where I feel like our party branched off from your original plan in a really drastic way. So I want to know, like, how did the ways that our party has branched away from your original routes for us affected your approach to storytelling? Has it like caused any major story beats to change, or?
Yes.
That's a yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, absolutely. So I can tell you honestly right now, there were wardens in Salacrest that were sent to get y'all out of there. That was their whole plan. They were going to meet them, and there was supposed to be someone in that group, which I just ended up recycling him later to be one of the wardens that you'll meet later on, which y'all have met, Desmond. Y'all met him and everything, but you were supposed to meet him earlier as a different character altogether, and he would have been kind of like, hey, look at me, your role model. I'm here to help y'all out and kind of learn the ropes of what it means to be a warden. He was going to have your back through the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you were still going to go to the surface no matter what. That was the plan. You were going to go to the surface because if y'all would have been caught on that city, would be like, well, you're all adults and y'all consented to going in there. Prison.
So I particularly like then that it seems like our direction has made Desmond even more of an opposition to us. Mm-hmm. Because Desmond is just so easy to hate. I love hating on Desmond anytime he pops up.
Okay, so Desmond or Sebastian? Because Desmond's the warden.
Wait, hold up.
Sebastian is the one that we all hate.
Sebastian's the one. Sebastian.
Yeah,
right,
Sebastian.
Okay. Sebastian's the one we all hate. So
Desmond.
Desmond's cool.
Yeah,
actually.
Desmond was the guy who was giving us all the advice, and he seemed to know a lot more about us than we knew about him.
Well, in that case, with Desmond in particular, how drastically did it change our interaction? The flow of our interactions with him over time.
A lot, actually. His whole personality and everything changed. What's that stink face?
I was looking at the wine label. It's got a cow with a tongue out.
Oh yeah. That's all their wine. All their reds have the cow, and all their whites have the fish on it.
It's pretty funny.
But I can start off with like the physical changes. Desmond was supposed to be a Zilvani. He was supposed to be a Sylvani that y'all met, and it would have been like this really nice entrance for him too, because all of his companions would have died in Solacrest. And it was gonna be like, oh well, I'll bring you along with me. He would have given y'all his ship and said, "You're my crew now. Let's go."
But now we have our own ship.
You have your own ship and your own thing to do.
I was thinking that we were gonna have the crew, like the whole crew, when we first met them. So I guess that's kind of remnants of that original direction that you wanted to go in.
Yeah.
But having our own ship is pretty cool. That gives us a big freedom. And
that's my big thing. I want y'all to have freedom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When we get back into it, and once we get past this next episode that we're going to record at some point, you're going to have freedom to go pick up jobs and figure things out. I will let y'all go to any city y'all want to go to and figure out what information you need to find out.
Job search isn't going to be as difficult as it is in real life, is it?
Not at all.
I mean,
You'll get calls and telegrams.
we can Geralt of Rivia that shit.
Okay, so people are going to call us back.
No, yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to make job hunting a fucking nightmare.
If you had a spaceship in real life, that would really help out job hunting. Yeah. I mean, imagine pulling up to a job interview in a fucking spaceship, and it's got a big gun on top of it. And you're just like, I'm a seasoned adventurer.
I very much enjoy the Quickie being a part of our...
The Quickie is a great idea. It was, I
I'm glad we've circled back around to calling it the quickie.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
Y'all call it that so much. I just had to give up and be like, nope, it's not the red ray anymore. It's the quickie.
Well,
It's the quickie.
okay.
Technically, it's the red ray.
Let's
That's its government
let's have
name.
a genuine callback right now. Firstly, the quickie was amazing at the outset when it was mentioned. It was good. But some people had objections. And Jacob and I decided we didn't care about those objections because the quickie is too fucking funny.
Y'all spoke it into fruition. It was just kind of like a thing of like, it's so much easier to call it the quickie instead of the red ray. It's just one word. The quickie.
Yes.
Okay, but-
We will be making T-shirts about that eventually.
Yes,
I
it'll
want to see
be-
that.
On the ship, the reason I keep asking for paint everywhere we stop is so I can go on the side of the ship and mark out red ray and write the quickie in calligraphy underneath it. So we could have that as like a t-shirt.
And it's like in the Magneto font.
Yes.
How did the quickie come to be?
It was genuine. It's a fast ship.
Yeah.
It's a fast ship, and I thought it was funny to rebuttal that aspect of it with a
sexual innuendo,
Yes.
ladies
So,
and gentlemen.
I presented them with 3 different ships that were pre-made, and I drew them out for them and everything. And I was just telling them, I was like, hey, so these are the different models that we have pre-made and ready to go. And there was like a heavy class that had more artillery and more stuff to it. It was a little bit slower. There was one that was more middle of the line that can go from surface to air so much easier. And then the quickie was the fastest option.
And we went with the quickie because, I mean, you just can't. We wanted speed. That was our main thing. We weren't like, our characters are not firepower based, and we don't really want to destroy stuff, especially like with our old party lineup. We weren't looking to blow shit up all the time. We were people who were thrown into a situation that we were not prepared for. So instead of being concerned with firepower, we were more concerned with speed.
Not concerned with destroying stuff. You ran into a fucking building.
Well,
that was an accident, okay?
And under normal circumstances, that would have been me causing such chaos, but that was you that time.
Okay, look, this is what happens when you put an inexperienced hobgoblin as the captain of a ship.
I know that
That's
I
a
have
self-appointed title. by
I have
the
a
way.
bloodlust mechanic for my character, but it seemed like you had that mechanic nailed down before I did at that point with the whole ship.
That was
situation.
just my A1 class driving. That's there's nothing to do with bloodlust about that.
That's why I was so confused coming in, because, like, I know that my character had to be confused because, like, she didn't know anything about the ship and everything, but I came in knowing about this ship because y'all told me, like, just about the quickie thing before I even joined the campaign. But then, like, I actually go in character, and then you're like, well, how do we untie it? Like, how do we turn it on and stuff? I'm like, how do you not know how to drive the ship?
We didn't get to fly the ship very often. Okay?
Y'all had it for one day and already scuffed the paint.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was the refueling that was the problem, and I had no fucking clue how to do that.
We
shit.
know we had to pay for the repairs on that.
Yeah. Well, you
Thankfully-
asked me to do it, so it's equally your fault.
well, okay. If you asked me to kill someone that was very close to you, and I did it, would it be my fault or would it be your fault?
Both.
All right. So I guess we should share the blame on that one. But I think the funniest part about that whole experience is that we didn't pay a single fucking credit for the scuff marks, the damage to the building.
That's
nothing.
That's also why I made you guys leave so fucking fast. It's like, if they don't leave, it's going to be really weird if they don't pay anything. So, like, I'll let Madam Show and Sebastian just, like, carry that fucking weight.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I think we should turn that into a running joke, actually, where we should just, like, show up. We do save the day, but we just, like, fuck shit up.
I mean, hell,
so badly.
Safra's in so much disrepair right now.
It's like our entire crew is the Spider-Man to the entire rest of the world's J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
Destroying shit and never paying for it.
I will say that's going to be a little plot point that comes up.
Okay.
Because, like, I did tell y'all way back when that, like, you guys are the propaganda of, like, hey, these are the heroes of today.
Mm-hmm.
Or the heroes of tomorrow, however you want to put it. And it's going to be very much like you'll meet people that are like, oh, it's you fucking guys. Or we'd be like, oh my god, it's you guys!
I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see if we have haters.
Oh, I can't wait to see how I can interact with the people for that. For that one.
I would like to see that, especially how they handled it in like Avengers, especially Civil War.
Yeah.
Going into like the consequences of like, well, you are doing things for good, but you're also like destroying like people's public property, and like maybe y'all should be under some sort of leash or ordinance laws.
Yeah.
Because did we like destroy someone's penthouse when we knocked into that building?
I don't think we ever actually found out what we did. We just like.
This is theoretical right now.
We took off a chunk of a building.
Do you think that we sent a wing through the window of someone's apartment?
It was not the penthouse. It was not at the top of the building.
It was like middle of the building. Like it could have been someone's apartment or some kind of office.
It was
building.
probably just some blue collar worker, maybe white collar, if we're going to be generous.
No,
And,
blue collar. Our wings probably snapped the cables to a window cleaner.
This was. Yeah, that would suck. Also, landing in that intersection, we just landed on top of a bunch of cars. And when we took off, we also probably hit that supersonic boom and just like shatter all the windows in the entire red light district. So
no one's eardrums have yet to recover from that.
It's been a couple of days.
That's not enough time. From a supersonic burst.
Blowing Voltaris through that front door, though, that was pretty funny. That is always going to be one of the highlights of this campaign to me. Yeah. And then,
I thought it was funny because that was one of the few times that I threw in, like, a genuine level of help. And my recompense for that is getting blown through a fucking wall.
And it got brought up in the session whenever we went to the sewers. Is we were trying to get through a door, and I was like, I have a spell that puts robots through doors. And we need to do that again. We need to go through that.
I've been working on listening back to that episode since I wasn't a part of it, and I just got to the part where Steven imitates my character and makes a
amazing.
Point. You're talking about a lightning attack, and Steven goes, "You blew me through a door."
Is that not what Volt would have said? What would Volt
That was absolutely... When he said that, I was like, that's probably exactly the route I would have taken that conversation, actually.
Okay, well...
If not a little bit more crude.
Since we are doing chatting, you listening to that episode, is there anything that you would have liked to have said that you didn't in that episode?
No, not like... Like particular, I mean, obviously at the beginning when you guys were talking to Del Norma, I probably would have had things to say, but I can't think of any particulars because everything that I say is usually like spur of the moment. Mm-hmm. I'm directly in the room with you guys. I can look around at people's faces and be like, "So what do you think about that?" And so
I thought it was a really great sequence. The whole episode is probably one of my favorites to this day. And it really, really bums me out that you couldn't have seen it firsthand.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed the next episode that I was a part of pretty thoroughly.
That's good.
With the whole... I mean...
You cut two people in half.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
I really liked that. I did enjoy that.
All right.
I do have a question for you, Steven. Okay. So, as our glorious master DM, is there anything... about this campaign so far that bothers you from a DM standpoint?
From a DM standpoint? I mean, I can't say anything bothers me. I will say I would love to have a more consistent schedule when it comes to recording stuff and everything. But that's just like, that's aspirations. Because I mean, consuming the media that I consume and everything is like, they're so consistent with their stuff coming out when it needs to come out, so on and so forth. That's aspirations for later on. We're literally kicking through the door and saying, "Hey, look at this!"
Yeah.
Witness me!
Exactly.
Literally. So, I mean, it's... At this point, like, I'm not disappointed with anything that's happened yet. I'm actually really happy with how things are going along. Now, do I wish I had, like, 5 other people to edit these fucking episodes with me? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I don't know how to do audio editing, but later on, when we have, like, a more consistent... I don't know, like... consistent, I don't want to say schedule, but like a consistent workflow with all this stuff, I wouldn't be opposed to learning how to do some audio editing and potentially helping.
I will say, I don't mind shouldering it. I really do not mind it because I'm really particular with what I want things to sound like. Now, don't get me wrong, our audio tracks aren't the fucking cleanest. We're getting there. But
We started out with
Relax.
lav mics.
yeah, we started out with fucking laugh mics. So you
Sweet
give us a
little
fucking break.
listeners.
I see your hate comments. I know where you live.
I've seen what makes you cheer, so I don't care.
So I mean, at this point, I'm not upset with it. I like where we're going. I like that we're getting it done. Now, will I like the audio quality to go up at some point? Absolutely. But that comes with just better equipment and everything. All right, so I'm going to pour the next glass of wine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So up next we have Landry's Muscadine wine, Sweet Dixie. It's a semi-sweet. Landry's is brewed and bottled in Monroe, Louisiana.
Excuse me.
You good?
Yeah.
It, from my experience with it the past few days, tastes like a fucking Capri Sun, man.
Awesome. Who doesn't love Capri Sun?
Smells like a fermented Capri Sun.
Whoever doesn't like Capri Sun isn't my friend.
Yep.
Please tell me.
That's
what is-
accurate.
What is your favorite Capri Sun flavor? What was your go-to?
Strawberry kiwi, my dude.
The strawberry kiwi?
Strawberry kiwi.
This is one of the tropical flavors of Capri Sun.
This is good.
Now, the Muscadine, if you do not know, is a native grape to Louisiana. It's one of the only grapes that we actually grow in this climate.
This is very
I've
good.
ate them straight before, so.
Yeah.
They're
familiar.
winemaking grapes.
They're very internally squishy. I don't like their texture, but their flavor is really good.
Yeah.
Most people are. Very internally squishy.
You're right.
At first, until you make them into
Yeah.
wine. And then
Yeah.
they have that muscadine flavor, that classic muscadine flavor.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's good.
I do have a question for you, Steven.
What's up?
Let's just say that the dice roll poorly in our favor,
Mm-hmm.
and it's undeniable. The situation is dire, and the dice have spoken. How would you deal with a premature character death on the show?
You would die.
No. And in terms of
first.
story arcs that haven't been
Okay.
completed,
Story arcs. I'm sorry, your story arc doesn't get completed. I literally have questions in here. Is like, hey, do y'all have backup characters planned?
I was going to ask that same
No,
thing.
but
yeah,
but
we're
at the
gonna
same
talk about
time,
That's a good question, too.
at the same time, I've said it to y'all before multiple times. I don't want your characters to die. Now, if shit goes fucking south, I can't, and I don't want to do a lot of like a Deus Ex Machina come in, fucking push everything to the side, and be like, no, you get a second chance.
I would really prefer not doing that.
But I mean, if it comes down to it, if all of y'all die in just one combat, one round or something, excuse me, I will say,
We'll edit that out.
no, that's staying in there. This is raw, baby.
All right.
I will say, we might do a little stint through hell. I will say.
Really?
Oh, that would be fun. Oh, wait. I like that.
The
Kill
underworld?
us.
Yeah, y'all have a little stint through hell, which I have hell laid out in this world pretty well.
Drix stands up, pulls out the hex cleaver, and slits his throat.
That's why I was hoping that, like, if it isn't a character's time yet, because you feel like there's extra stuff to go along with it, or the character death wasn't, like, like heart-shattering enough that we could, like, have time in hell. to bring
I would
somebody
like
back
to
or
see,
something.
and feel free to just give me, like, some bombastic side eye after I say this.
A big middle finger.
For if we have a hell arc, considering the direction Voltaris is going, it would be quite interesting if in hell he was just a human.
No, you took that thought out of my head, actually. But no, yeah. I mean, if someone was to die, none of y'all have access to Revivify yet,
Yep.
or any kind of true resurrection or anything.
We're getting close. We're getting
You're
close.
getting close, but you don't have it yet. So the whole thing with it is like, hey, if it just so fucking happens, and y'all want to get them back, y'all can. I don't want resurrection to be like a thing where it's like, hey, I want to pay you to bring my friend back to life. No, fuck off.
Yeah.
But what's going to end up happening is like, you can go to hell. There is a actual fucking doorway to hell in this world. It is not easy to find. Now, hell isn't just the only afterlife, by the way. It's just the way the cosmology works in this world is a little fucking weird and a little different. I'm just saying, you will have to go to hell. None of you are clean.
I
I'm aware.
want
Yeah.
to go so bad.
And hey,
I
send me to hell, please.
And hey, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, you will get the chance to go to hell. Even if none of y'all die, you will.
I'm not concerned with heaven.
Good for you. Heaven doesn't exist in this world. Not anymore.
Oh. But literally,
Wow.
even if it was like a heaven, I feel like the only way to make it like super interesting is if it's like you think it's heaven, but it's not.
Or you get there and it's in like tatters because God is dead.
Well, I will say, like, when it comes to like the
Angsty.
upper and lower planes of
Angsty.
this world, I've taken a lot of inspiration from Dante's Inferno. I took a lot of inspiration from Dante's Inferno. So it's like you go to hell, you know what you're getting into.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to, if y'all got to the upper planes, like let's just say heaven in this stance, you're gonna see people gouging their eyes out on the way to heaven. I'm not gonna let y'all get away scot free.
I like my eyes.
I like this Dante's Inferno thing because now I get to lean into that if I make it there and I can just walk past people and be like, you were a politician, you deserved it.
I can definitely see Volt doing something like that.
Okay, let me ask you all a question.
All right.
Oh no.
What was the most stressed you have been in this campaign?
Getting shot through the fucking door and because I almost died.
You were in death saving throws.
I was on death saving throws. We luckily had like an NPC character that I could make an appeal to in that scenario. But I was close. I was edging death as a concept.
Oh god.
Just sitting there in the corner, he's like, yeah, baby.
You should have seen that hand motion he just made. That was grotesque.
It's like a Mark Hamill devil voice in the corner being like, keep going.
No, it's just the fucking Joker. He's like, yes.
Like, this feels incredible.
The most stressed I was, I think, but then it turned into like the most like exciting fucking shit to happen was whenever me and Voltaris had to do the roll for the ship to stay up. I was so
Yes.
stressed. I was literally even like, I made you roll first because I was like, sometimes when I play board games, I'm like, I can get the number if I really like hope for it, wish for it from the heavens. So I'm like, what number do I need?
But you need to know what number it is
do I
first.
need?
Yeah.
Dude, I flip-flop between using the physical and the digital dice for that specific purpose because I'll roll a total fucking rock with the physical dice and I'm like, I'm done with you.
And then you go to the digital.
And I roll a
then
fucking rock again.
You roll shit, yeah.
It was so fun, but it was very stressful, but it paid off so well that like I literally like I remember I stood up and high-fived you. I was like, yeah, we fucking did this.
See, I love those like little like those rolls where it's like there's an interval that you need to roll in because if you don't, because I don't like the you roll really high, you succeed in what you're doing, you do exactly what you do. If you roll a natural 20 when you punch somebody that's a regular person and you're level 15, they're fucking dead.
Yeah.
They're fucking dead or unconscious.
Once again, it's like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No, literally, y'all. Okay, in the most basic sense of what you guys are, when it comes to adventurers, you guys are mutants, basically.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
You're
that
equipped
concept.
for the job, but
Yeah.
you cannot control your powers. Not yet. You're learning.
You're learning. You've gotten the hang of them right now.
I can't wait to see what kind of roadblocks you throw at us.
What about you, Jacob? What's the most stressed you've been?
I would say the most stressed that I've been, I haven't actually been on the verge of death. Knock on wood, of course. But
You were taking a lot of damage at one point, though, when we first got into that, when we inadvertently walked into the warden exam area and we killed all those kids.
oh, I don't remember being low, like super low.
You were
HP.
taking tons of fucking damage, though.
Yeah, but I was also beefcake at that time. I leveled up faster than you guys because I had my arc first. I was fine, I think. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Like
I think
low.
we have different interpretations of that because
Okay.
I remember you standing in the corner and you getting hit and being like, "Oh God!"
I was never in death saving throws like you.
No, you were not in death saving throws.
I think the most stressed I had ever been was whenever that ship was going down, right before you guys made those saving throws. I thought I was about to crash that ship. And I remember rolling 3 shitty ass rolls, like under 5 bad. And I was like, Steven, the dice have spoken. Just crash the ship. And you were like, we get one more set. And like, it was out of my hands completely. And I was like, I can't believe I crashed the quickie. I ruined the quickie for all of my friends, and they're going to hate me for this. They're gonna...
Oh, no. If you would have crashed it, there would have been a detrimental roll for all of you.
Yeah.
Where it would have been like, hey, roll a d20. 1 through 10, you're dead. 11 through 20, you're alive.
Exactly.
But you are like 1 hit point.
Heavy is the head that wears the captain's tricorn hat. Because that was... Yeah, I thought I was about to TPK us and also ruin the quickie. So
well,
that was probably the most stressed I had ever been. So when you guys pulled off that fucking miracle, I was like, thank
And it was a miracle.
the stars in heaven for that.
it absolutely was. Because I was like, okay, well, I got to start writing a new campaign. Get your characters ready, you guys. 'Cause there's no way Lulubelle and Wally are going to survive this that's coming up.
No.
Yeah, by themselves.
Speaking of new stuff, what kind of backup characters you guys are thinking?
Thank you. You took the question out of my mouth.
So, if I'm going to have to make another character, part of me wants to... I guess it would depend on whether or not your character dies, though, because I think it's more interesting to only have one rogue and have people fill different archetypes.
No, you
But-
should be a rogue. Well, I was thinking about doing like, you should take the spotlight from her.
It's some sort of roguelike character.
Yeah.
You and I talked about it before at some point. I think it would be interesting to play a surface dweller in some like capacity.
Yeah.
Like you remember that there was Big Lizard and there was Smaller Lizard that punched him in the fucking mouth.
That was cool.
That was really cool, but like I would assume there's also like weaker versions of that particular guy. I think it would be interesting to delve into more like surface level characters like that and somehow evolve them into a party if something were to go wrong with Voltaris.
There are 6 other races that you guys haven't seen. You got a glimpse of one, but that was a sub-race within it.
Okay.
That was a very primal-esque moment that we saw on the surface whenever
Yes.
that guy punched the giant lizard. Very primal.
Or either that, well, counter question. Are the Sylvani a surface-dwelling race?
No.
Or they're not? Well, then if not one of those, either that or a Sylvani. Because I know that we did well over a year ago the test campaign, but I played a Sylvani in that.
Yes.
And that was a very fun experience for the hour and a half that we did the little test run on this world.
Which all that test run was just like a little build up and a lot of combat.
Yes,
That's all
it was. But Jacob and I played a Sylvani, Jacob played a barbarian character. I can't remember which race.
It was a Jotun.
Jotun?
It was a Jotun.
That was a really interesting dynamic to play with, even just in a test campaign,
Yeah.
with me being like a high-flying dive bomb character and Jacob just being like a tank with a buster sword that's like taking hits
big
and
sledgehammer. if I
taking
remember
hits and
correctly.
screaming for help because the rest of us are trying, but he's like,
The rest of you guys were hiding behind buildings.
I
and
was not.
flying.
I was in the air dive bombing with dual like fucking Dakras.
We had a couple people doing some ninja shit behind the scenes. I was taking the brunt of all of these attacks.
Yes, Jacob was in front of this thing that we were fighting.
You're also fighting like a DC 10 like monster.
It was pretty fun. I still remember that scene, the way you described it. We're all sitting in the radio station. This is like a first time that many of us had played. And the way
Mine
that you
for sure.
the way that you described this like leather and metal, just a construct coming
And
out.
when we damaged it, there was like flesh underneath the leather.
Yeah,
it was
and
just
there
like
was-
amalgamated and shit.
It's like after
that.
we had killed it, we heard a voice from the inside like screaming like for help. It was like kill me, kill me, kill me.
So-
it was
I've had to rework because that was a homunculus, which the detainer you fought was a different version of a homunculus. That I've reworked how they are completely. So when you run into that same form of homunculus later on in this campaign, which was the brute, it's going to be completely different.
okay.
I think that I could tell that you were drawing influence from the previous version of the homunculus when it was the what was it called again?
The detainer.
The detainer. I could tell that you were drawing influence from that, but I would argue that it feels more refined now. It's like scarier in certain ways, but more manageable in others. It felt like less of a all-rounder and more of a glass cannon kind of, which I think is good for like a villain that you're facing.
So I can tell you guys in the audience this. You all saw the book.
Yes.
Whenever that guy that intern was throwing all the stuff in the furnace, there are 5 different types of homunculi, all with different things and stuff that goes with it. You will meet and fight or run away from every single one.
There's one in particular that I can't remember the name of, but I remember seeing it, and I think my vote is run.
It was the one with the triangle head, the pyramid head type one.
There was one that looked like a fucking demon, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes, there was one that was a demon that had like 12 different arms.
There was a flying one that I remember specifically.
There is.
Was that the Seeker that you were talking about?
Yes, that's a Seeker.
Okay.
The Seeker's a subclass of that.
Not looking forward to that fight. I do have a lightning bolt that would go pretty hard against that thing, but
just keep it away from doors, please. Don't point it in my general direction. And I beg you not to let him roll and act like the lightning just arcs towards the closest metal object.
Do you not remember?
In that final fight that we did against what was the guy's name? It was like the one who was overseeing this robot uprising.
I can't remember his name.
Olgovich, yeah. In the final fight against Olgovich, that fucking lightning wand, that wand of lightning, did so much damage off the bat.
So you casting that like lightning bolt spell before that, it's like shooting without like any sort of like barrel or magazine, just kind of like shotgunning widespread. Here you go. You now have a focus to kind of like aim your stuff, while the lightning spell on that wand is, I'll say it's embedded in it. If you cast any spell now, you'll have a better like degree of aiming and hitting things. Mm-hmm. I do have some just generic questions for all 3 of you. Mm-hmm. What were some of your inspirations for your characters when we were kind of working on getting them set up? Bless you.
I don't know if I got an idea.
I know at least like why I wanted to do the archetype plus my character description. My declared favorite book is called Throne of Glass, and I really like the main character in it. Her name's Selena Sardothian. And she's this badass, like, assassin person. And I was thinking, like, if I ever had, like, a rogue class, I wanted to be kind of like her. Which I know that D&D is also, like, you know, more about progression. She kind of starts as already being, like, the best assassin ever. So you can't really do that. But just, like, as people like to say, she has aura.
Wow.
And I just...
It's just going to age poorly.
So...
I also thought she looked badass, so like
she did.
I honestly like used the character description of her for my character because I really liked, especially since like the character description says that like her hair shines like a different silvery color in moonlight, and like, you know, assassins and stuff like to go like after dark and everything. I thought that was really cool. Both majestic but badass.
I'm excited to see where your character goes as this progresses, because right now she's very closed off and we don't know shit about her. But we keep seeing glimpses that she has a pretty troubled history. Mm-hmm. What about
Bolt? Me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, when we're starting out, Stephen did give us like templates to work with, but we ultimately decided like the personality that we put into it. I chose the automaton because immediately when I read it, I saw an opportunity to play this like juxtaposition, because I feel like what you would normally expect from an automaton is extremely just like dry and cold and calculated. But there was this specific part of his character sheet when I was reading through it that said that there is like an underlying... It wasn't worded exactly like this, but I can't remember the exact wording. But the vibe that I got from it was that there was like an underlying kind of humanness within the character, not necessarily outwardly. So I took that as an opportunity to portray an automaton as a more like foul-mouthed kind of like, not necessarily emotional in like, other than the like rage mechanic that we've developed into it, which I'm glad we did. I think that's a nice evolution for the character in the way that I chose to like play Voltaris. But it was like, I saw an interesting opportunity to create an automaton character that had this like a human angst, almost like without his knowledge, the like inherent feeling that something was done to him, he was wronged in some way, is like the source of all this angst and like ire that he seems to have in general. But also I wanted to try and like balance that with coming into a new party and evolving it along the way as I like trust these people that I'm working with more. So the way that I play Voltaris has been a really like evolutionary concept from the get-go. I came in with an idea, and I feel like with each session, there's like a new kind of avenue that I see to take him without losing the soul that I've created for the character so far.
You're not what is it? The fuck, what's the saying? You replace a board of a ship and...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's that old, question.
Theseus.
Okay.
You're not ship of Theseusing it, even though that is kind of a core component of what might be your character. And I think that's a good thing to take away from it. I don't know. I always feel like it's almost cathartic to play some characters in a certain way because it's kind of getting something out without even realizing it. You're having a good time actually playing through some emotional stuff and everything that's going on in this world. You actually have a chance to change something like, huh, okay.
I think I agree with that. Not that I don't feel angsty every day of my life.
No, yeah.
But I think from the perspective of an automaton, I thought it was a really interesting, like, I didn't want to just play it like he was a happy-go-lucky human all the way through. I wanted it to be like, obviously he has this dry, calculating aspect to him, but there's like an underlying crude humor that implies that there's a human part of this character that isn't fully realized yet. It might be fully realized later on, but it also might never be completely human again.
No, yeah, there's avenues for you to go down and everything for this character. I want to make sure that things are left open. I mean, and I told you guys before, there are good endings and bad endings. And I have kind of predisposed stuff and just said, hey, this is what's laid out. This is what we have. Now, are you going to get there? I don't think so. There might be some optional things that happen that are going to change what I'll have laid out later on. But the end of the character and everything is going to be completely up to you. All of you. Drix? Okay, Jacob.
Yes. For character inspirations, in real life, I really, really like metal. Listen to a lot of like extreme metal, and dungeon synth is an offshoot of a genre that I really like. So this idea of like trying to delve into those classic fantasy settings of acquiring knowledge, forbidden lore, and mysticism that you often see in dungeon synth. The mystery of it is what really like inspired me to get into this star lore for character, for Drix, and I wanted to delve into that a little bit. And I enjoy playing a weird, creepy character. If I ever had to make a new character, I would probably, again, play another weird, creepy character, just because...
Esoteric in a different way.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's fun to play a social outcast, because why not? We're playing a game. We're playing a game for nerds, and we enjoy it.
Yep.
So why not be a nerd? Why not delve into it and just really play somebody who's just off the wall and just have fun with it?
You should listen to a new band called Castle Rat. They're like fantasy metal. I think you might enjoy
Castle Rat?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you might enjoy that.
That sounds really interesting. That sounds like something that would have played in the old school like RuneScape.
I feel like Castle Rat would have a stage position at like a Ren Fair.
Okay.
I think in the vein that you were talking about, I feel like another reason why I wanted to do this kind of character is because I'm not a very confident person. So I feel like making a confident character could maybe help with that a little bit.
Well, and part of this is also fantasy role play. So
If you knew how many aspects of my life were a fake it till you make it scenario.
That's what I'm saying. I'm practicing faking confidence.
And I'm going to be 100% honest when this campaign's over, or even that before it's over, it's going to be probably beforehand. You're going to notice, like, oh, that's in there. Cool. Because I've had that before. I've had that before with, in a lot of characters that Aurora has ran before. I mean, I played a character, and there was like things where, like, I was kind of self-conscious about a few things. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
Play the character a certain way. I was like, well, shit. I guess that's actually an existing thing that I can just do. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Before I ask the next question, do we want to move on to the next wine, or do you have a question?
Well, we could move on to the next one first, but I have a question that directly piggybacks off of this.
All right,
it's
let me
for
hear it.
you. So, I want to know how you feel about the way that we are choosing to portray our characters, and how different is that from your original visions that you kind of had when you gave us these, like, layouts for our characters.
all right, before you answer, let me plug this in because I don't want to make a super loud ass noise while you're giving your answer. I want to wait till you're done with your question.
I forgot this thing was here, so I'm gonna do this.
I know. We're doing mild editing.
Dude, you're
We
good.
were trying to do raw. I'm sorry, but I want to make sure this
it's
is plugged
fine.
in. 'Cause
Again,
I don't want this shit to die.
And again, it might just be wrong. We're good. For first fireside chat, let's go.
Hey,
Nice, baby.
All right.
So
The reason I'm asking is because you gave us those character sheets to choose from that would give us, like, because this is all our, like, first campaigns,
Yeah.
except for Aurora. So I think we actually requested that kind of help from you to, like, give us these, like, kind of character sheets to give us a basis to work from. So obviously, given those bases, you would have had a general idea of how you thought these characters would play out. I want to hear your thoughts on how we differ from that.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, how different are we from your original, not necessarily plan, but your original, like, vision?
So I will say, I will go all the way back to the beginning and say that when you guys chose your characters, completely fucking blew me out of the water. I will be real fucking honest. When it came to the original core group, which was Navy, Aurora, Jacob, and Kaleb, the original four, y'all blew me out of the fucking water with it because I was like, fuck, they're all fucking glass and porcelain. I'm going to have to, like, pull some punches here. All right.
I do kind of wish that I had gone with a more martial character, just because frontline fighting is so much fun, especially when you're like tank.
I can attest.
But
It's quite fun.
I enjoy playing something that's out of my comfort zone. Like I think the way that we chose to play our characters is very fun, and it's also good banter between all the characters.
I agree.
Good party atmosphere.
And it is. We're not relying so much on the combat to tell a story, which I'll be real honest, when it comes to me, like, listening to, like, actual plays and everything, I don't skip over the combat, but I just kind of drone it out, because I'm like, okay, unless someone dies, it's not that fucking important. Combat is combat.
Yeah, and it's different because I know there's a large audience for actual plays that exclusively listen for combats, and when they play at home in their home sessions, they love combat more than anything else. They hardly ever touch role playing. Some people only do role play. They hardly ever touch combat. Is the balance that we have right here?
The balance y'all have is fucking great.
Okay.
Because I'll be real with you, if this was just combat, I was like, fuck it, you're going through the bottoms of the cities. It's going to be a completely different campaign. You know what? Fuck it, you're going to the surface. You're part of the Hurricane Regiment. Boots on the ground. You're colonizing, motherfucker. Oh, and you're going to do character growth while doing it. You realize, I have a soul. No.
Interesting.
No, instead, like, you guys have surprised me with a lot of the stuff that you have done. When it came to the pre-gens that I gave all of you to kind of be like, hey, here's some ideas, so on and so forth. It was surprising because I wasn't anticipating Voltaris to be a, like, foul mouth, like,
Yes.
fuck you and fuck your bullshit too kind of character. Or like Drix. I wasn't anticipating so much of the... I figured Drix would have been like a lot more smooth talking, kind of like more, a little more confident in everything.
Not as awkward and creepy and
No, like
shut in.
I'll be honest, I love like the little like awkwardness that Drix has because it's very much like he came from a sheltered home. It's like no social experience.
He's a
or
big
anything.
mama's boy, and his mom is gone, so he has no one to really guide him in this world, and he doesn't really have close friends besides the people who are in the party. I mean, they had Lulu and Lolly.
Mm-hmm.
These are people that he knew a long time ago, but...
I will say, you kind of threw me for a loop, too, because when I told everyone like, the original idea for the campaign, I was like, hey, there's going to be a little preamble to the actual, like, first few sessions of, like, everyone's going to meet up and be a character and so on and so forth. And you're like, I'm going to be an automaton. I was like, how the fuck is an automaton going to fit into a group of kids running around a city that they should not be running around in?
He wasn't there for it,
No,
right?
he wasn't.
Okay.
He wasn't.
Not for the very first campaign, like the very
first thing.
Yeah, for like the session 0, like learning, introducing, and everything like that. He wasn't there. But right after that, he was there. It was like well, Voltaris, you're on top of the wall, and you've just finished a repair on the gates. How do you feel? What do you see?
Can we take a second to appreciate both of y'all's accents for your characters?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Because I am very impressed with y'all snapping in and out of character with it. I wish that I could do an accent, but the only thing I could do is Valley Girl, and I don't want a Valley Girl character.
I don't want that in the show either.
I really don't.
Not even for a one shot do I want to do it.
I will say that, like, as simple as Voltaris' voice really is, the hard part about it was finding a voice that I felt sounded believably robotic while also being able to express the kind of emotion that I wanted to be able to express with him.
Yeah.
And I think I found a good balance with it.
But also slipping into the mindset of the character it's fun and it's also tough at times.
Yes.
Because there's aspects of like, okay, I have to try and pull my punches because I really want to go in just full combat. Like I want to go run and gun. I want to do like Voltaris does. But I know that my character wouldn't do something like that. He would probably think twice about killing a bunch of people. Probably. So it's a duality because, you know, me as a person, like I want to go in, I want to have fun in this combat and I want to just like tear shit up. But you have to think about what your character does because this is role play after all.
And I will say, with you guys like kind of limiting yourself with your choice of like, I don't want to kill this person, but at the same time, what needs to be done needs to be done. I like pushing your hands a little bit to be like, well, he has a kid, like a child in their hands.
Yeah, and it's like
to death.
some of the best moments I think is whenever we had that first encounter with the wardens in the warden like what was it, the trials that we were doing?
The training exams.
Yeah, the training exams when we ended up killing those people, those poor innocent warden to-bees.
I wouldn't say they were innocent. They weren't like going around murdering everyone.
I meant in the opposite way. They were bad people. We were worse people in that moment. But
I was okay with it though.
the character dynamics that came forth from that moment of like I don't want to kill people versus, you know, from like Lulu. I mean, she was hardcore pacifist, and being forced to kill someone really messed her up as a character. Whereas Voltaris discovered that he had this like bloodlust in him, and he enjoyed it a lot.
Yes.
So the two polar extremes in the party like really, really made it fun. It was dynamic. It was engaging.
I think the polar extremes that we created actually kind of worked out in our favor from a storytelling perspective because I like the constant push and pull of my character being like, we could just kill him, and then you guys being like, we should hold off on that. That should not be the first thing that we say to try and do, you know. And then me being like,
sound like that.
I can't. You literally know Russian. You can do that accent better than I can.
I will say it's kind of fun, and going back to the question I was like, do I regret like not recording the stuff earlier? No, actually, just because like there's so many dynamics that evolved in that preamble. I was like, holy shit, no, this is perfect. Yep. We have character growth and character development that's already predestined, that's already happened. It's like, none of y'all killed a person beforehand. We don't know about Voltaris.
We did capture that on recording.
Yeah.
So I think that was a pivotal moment. I'm glad that it got recorded, and I think it's going to be a great moment for the show.
I'm very excited to delve into that with my character, because like the main like combats that we've had with my character so far have been with automatons and like the robots and everything. So like I'm very excited to see like. I already have a plan for how my character would react to killing somebody, and I'd like to like go more into like the humanoid killing, because like I feel like she can at least like, with it being a robot, it being like a wall between it. Like it's not actually killing a human. It's not killing someone that's sentient. You can at least like feel like, okay, well they probably didn't have enough like sentience, kind of like killing a fish, you know. So it's like she hasn't really come head to head yet with having to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very excited to
and
figure that out.
Y'all kind of changed how I was gonna like throw enemies at you guys too, because when it came to like y'all want to go more of a pacifist route with everything, I was like, I had to be like, oh.
Don't lump me in with that.
Yeah, it was like that was really that was against my will, but going with the pacifist route.
But like going with more of the pacifist route, just like not wanting to like kill people in particular. Like, okay, well, I don't want to throw like a bunch of like human like other people in there and be like, well, I got to kill this whole room of like people with like families and hearts and minds.
Yeah, that would have been really tough to play, because I mean, we made that decision that we didn't want to be bloodthirsty murder hobos.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's more interesting as characters. It's more fun to play a murder hobo as a player, but having to face constantly a room full of people. That would have weighed heavy on our consciousness.
No,
and, like,
absolutely.
We probably would have taken the route of Lulu at some point and just said, I'm done. I can't do this. I can't be warden. I have to go home. So thanks for pulling that on us.
Yeah, I like being a part of party. I like being a part of a party that kind of forces my character to like humanize himself more in that respect. Because like, I don't think I would have wanted to play into this bloodlust so hard if I didn't think that it would create the tension that it does.
Oh yeah, because if we were,
I think the narrative tension from that bloodlust juxtaposed with, well, now mainly your in particular, not quite as heavy as Lulu's not wanting to kill, but you still put thought into it. You don't just think that your first thought isn't, we should probably kill this guy under normal circumstances.
Yeah, but it's like I agree, because if we were always going at every single problem, guns blazing, it wouldn't be as fun, and it wouldn't give as good of a story.
Mm-hmm.
And as considering that my character was the Witch of Droger Alley, the good witch who was supposed to be helping people, I can't play it. I cannot in good conscience play a character that is bloodthirsty when his entire what's it called? Your entire apprenticeship is based on helping people. I just cannot play a bloodthirsty murder hobo.
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to go through way more character development if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, we'll see whenever we get to that big turning point that Steven keeps hinting at, whatever that is.
There is.
I imagine that it has something to do with picking to be the follow-up, the sequel to The Witch of War, or being the Witch of Droger Alley.
For me, I feel like I was very surprised, because like what I try to do with my character is think into what she would think to do in her head and everything. And I was very surprised with how I felt with that going into the group, because I was initially like feeling that she is really bad with group dynamics, doesn't really know how to deal with it, and would be more distant. But then I realized that y'all's group was a lot more likable than she anticipated. And especially with like how easily y'all trusted her and were defending her in battle and going like through all this was her.
On it to be.
Mhm.
I feel like it made it easier than I was planning on it to be
Mhm.
for her to want to stick around.
From a meta standpoint, knowing that Drix has a little bit of distrust in you and also possibly Voltaris, because you've seen this in the chats that he and Lulu had on the wing of the plane, where we talked about there's new people in the party, and the augury showed that there was something pretending to not be, or pretending to be something that it wasn't. I think that has something to do with more Savantra now, because it's like, okay, the city is pretending to be something that it's not. But that would still have this seed of distrust in these new people in the party. Does that, as Natalie, not as Ember, does that have any type of weight on your opinion of the characters?
No. And even like if my character Ember knew about that, it's like the way that I built her even is not trusting anybody. So she even has
so it's
her
a mutual
own,
distrust.
Yeah,
then.
she has a mutual distrust, but I think that like the way that she's been through the experiences that have happened so far, I think she's unintentionally and unknowingly letting her guard down more than she anticipated to. I think she's like letting her guard down a little more than like she actually wants to, I guess, because people in her life have never really like shown her friendship except for one occasion that Steven knows about. That she just doesn't know how to deal with it. But I think it's more like a mental war of like, I should trust them, but it's like, I shouldn't trust anybody. I should trust them. Well, I'm better on my own. I think that's how she is right now.
And I think that dynamic's going to come into play a lot more. I mean, now, with Aurora having to kind of step away from the show a little bit for school and stuff, I think it's going to come to a lot more play now because, it's just the three of you. Aurora and Navy had to just step away for a little bit. Some personal stuff came up, but it's now the three of y'all, the core cast of like, okay, y'all are going to kind of, you're stuck with each other now. But yeah. Are we ready for the next wine?
Whoa, big boy. Are you seriously watching Studio Chimera by yourself right now?
No, I'm with the science team.
All jokes aside, you should really consider subscribing. It helps us see that we have people watching and enjoying our content. Not to mention, the more subscribers we get, the more likely chance that we will be able to keep producing more content for you. So please consider subscribing to our channel. We are working really hard to make content. We are trying to do it a bit more in a healthy way and take time for ourselves to actually get this done. But stay tuned. We have more of our show coming up next.
This next wine that we're having is another Landry's exclusive. It is strawberry kiwi semi-sweet.
Give it to me. I want to taste it. I want it all over my tongue. Oh, it's pink. Cut that out, please.
Nope,
I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that out in the public.
Oh, what?
He's a
Just a little
pervert,
bit, just a
ladies
little
and
bit.
gentlemen.
Don't say that.
Yeah, please don't say that.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I
How would you feel if I called you a stinky little pervert?
The sneaky little makes it worse.
I said stinky.
stinky. He said stinky.
Oh, that's even worse. Okay.
It's
It doesn't feel good, does it?
It's gonna be
No.
hard to beat the pervert allegations over radio.
I was fibbing,
good.
ladies and gentlemen.
This one's really good.
Oh yeah.
It
I
is good.
still might like
Very
the
strong.
white a little bit
Very
better.
good.
No, yeah. Which
But
Does it
the
taste like
muscadine or
Capri
the-
Yeah, muscadine.
Muscadine.
But this one
really good.
I didn't dislike the first
does.
one, but I also
It
wasn't
does.
fucking with it.
If
Yeah,
Capri
like
Sun,
entirely.
if Capri Sun was for the cool kids,
Okay, why aren't we have not been clinking? Or,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Skull.
I'll put clinking sounds
Skull.
in it just to make up for it.
Yeah.
Just
I should have said
sample
skull
that
for the mead.
sample that clink that we did, and just redo that one.
Yeah.
across.
It'll be even funnier if we just say it, and like we just get to it's like Yeah, definitely gotta do that. It just reruns the entire episode. It's just clinks.
You should add an excessive amount of clinks. Like,
No, yeah.
every single time you pour.
All right. So I think my next question is. This is just a. Well, actually, you know what? This is a good one to have right now because it's a little fresh on the line. Do you all think that Talia is an ally?
I don't remember who Talia
Who the hell is Natalia?
Wait, Talia, the AI.
Oh, Talia.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I was like,
Well,
It's been a couple of weeks since
she's been helpful thus far.
Mhm.
I might be biased because she is the pretty lady in my head.
we can't see the pretty lady in your head.
Yes, you can when she decides to, like,
When she did the hologram thing, yeah.
yeah. Can't always see or hear her,
I
though.
think in and out of character, I'm suspicious about her. But, like...
I like her because she encourages me to do bad things.
See, I don't know where you're getting that from. Because like I'm re-listening to the episode while editing. I'm like, where have I ever like encouraged him? I told him to cut the person in half, the robot in half, but
When I went into the rage mechanic
Mhm.
against the big robot boss, and
Yeah.
I was on him yelling and tearing him apart, you were like, let it out.
Yeah, that's not
That-
encouraging.
That is absolutely encouragement.
That was your
that's
idea.
like a wife like being like, it's okay, you can let it out, it's all right, it's all good.
Yeah.
That's how I was
encouraging.
imagining.
That's comfort.
Yeah.
And I want a wife that encourages me to do bad things,
Oh my god.
like drinking.
I want that on record so we can replay this at this man's wedding in the future.
Yeah.
Do it. If I choose right, she won't give a fuck.
I feel like at the very least, she can be trusted enough that she helped us get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. For now, I'm a little suspicious about her source, seeing as she came from a questionably aligned, basically deity,
Mm-hmm.
the Silent Architect. She's a spawn of this guy. She's like the Cortana of this world, but I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned about her intentions and what she, and specifically the Silent Architect, plans on doing with the shell of... What's his name?
Voltaris?
Voltaris.
We gotta do another episode.
That's
to save him.
That's all right
Information's
because
not fresh anymore.
if you guys would not have said Ember's name, I forgot Ember's name.
Yeah. I
She's a
forget
more
my
important
name
character in the
sometimes.
show.
Oh yeah.
Let me also ask. What do you have?
Oh no, I was just making wine murmurs.
Just say you want to be Bender, bro. Just say you want to be Bender.
Bite my shiny metal ass!
A little like goofy question for you guys. Do y'all have like a playlist or a song that y'all listen to kind of get in the mood for your character?
Yes, actually.
I didn't know this was a thing, so no. For sure.
Lame. You need to get into the character. You need to get into the mind space of it.
Wait, what
I
is your
just like
character mind space?
not I guess in
I don't
the
know if playing is a good idea.
I'm not gonna play it. I just need
Okay.
to make sure I know the name of it.
not in the sense of like specifically getting into the mindset for
It's just gonna
Voltaris,
be like,
more so
oh,
like
oh,
listening to the
it's
music
yours.
that I
You can't say that.
kind of would normally
It's
listen
a
to kind of mellow my own mind out.
Yeah.
So I mean, I say mellow it out, but on the way over here, I'm like listening to Meshuggah and shit. Which you know what, the juxtaposition of me going into a rage mechanic and ripping giant robots apart, I guess Meshuggah fits that pretty well.
No, yeah.
For Drix, I really try to get into that. Like scholarly mindset, and also into the mysticism. One of my favorite albums is called Star Lore by Ein Dulmadir. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. It is it's a dungeon synth. It's a dungeon synth project, and it's specifically based on the study of the stars, which is very much in the vein of Drix Grismar. So that's what I use to get into that mindset.
I will say when it comes to the campaign, everything, and all of you guys, I have the Doro Hidoro opening song on a playlist. I have like 3 different. That's underplaying it. I have like 6 different playlists for all you guys and the campaign. So whenever I'm writing a scene, I'm like, okay, let me play this, write it. It's like, okay, that's good. Your stuff's like a bunch of Gregorian chants and everything.
We are nerds. We are huge fucking nerds.
Massive
Yeah.
fucking nerds. Okay, since you don't have a song or anything, what would you think a song, any song that you have in mind?
Probably
would
like
be?
early 3 Days Grace.
Name something. Name 3 songs right now.
I don't even know. I'm a weird song listener. I don't even like listen to like very specific albums like y'all two like to.
Well, I don't feel like you could get into the character by listening to Shakira.
I mean,
Her hips
before
don't lie, dude.
I disagree. I'm
before
sorry.
I come over here, I normally listen to my emo playlist.
So 3 Days Grace was accurate.
Yeah, 3 is in the playlist.
All right. So I hate everything about you's on the table.
Yeah.
I feel like Ember would actually listen to that.
That's why I said it. I thought I was.
Unironically-
You thought I was
unironically,
fucking with you, and I wasn't.
This is good. Like, I understand this music because I still remember when we were walking through Savantra, and Steven was describing it as a place where everybody is happy. It's just nothing but people smiling and waving. And Ember was like, "I hate this place." She's a true Raven from Teen Titans.
I think like I don't know, like maybe I miss the misery. I forgot what it's from.
Copious amounts of Paramore.
Yeah.
Paramore, I could see. Is it Josie and the Banshees? I think. It's old 90s.
L7. L7. Veruca Salt.
I'm
Definitely.
thinking
Yes.
more like Barracuda.
Okay, yeah, I can see Barracuda.
I could see Barracuda.
Let me ask y'all this:
Oral.
who do you think the real villain in the story is?
Voltaris. It is absolutely going to be Voltaris.
I could see that coming around.
I think the real, as me, not as the character answering. I think the real villain in the story is going to be somebody behind the megacorp that runs Port Lena. And what was the name of the mega corporation?
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros
Ouroboros.
is one of the mega corporations.
I think whoever the head of Ouroboros is, or somebody in one of their laboratory departments who is in charge of making all this foul shit that's coming out of there, is going to be the main villain of this campaign.
I haven't had enough time to suss it out, but my money's on Sebastian. Honestly.
Steven's laughing.
To completely,
He knows that we're fucking wrong.
flip the question on its head, I'm going to change an aspect of the question to who I think might actually end up being a good character in the story, despite what appearances show. I think Del Norma will actually end up being a positive influence in her own way.
Really?
But yes, I actually think there's something about the way that character is turning out that I feel like is going to be, maybe even unintentionally on her part, end up being like a positive influence for the party. Because I feel like some of her shit that she does is underhanded.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling she's going to, or we're going to interpret something she says in a way that makes her seem like she's done this massive sort of like altruistic thing. And then when we actually talk to her again, she's like, "You were supposed to die, you little shits. Why are you here?"
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
It's completely plausible.
Mean the same thing. You're
Yeah.
good.
Also, if Mother Mag has anything to do with the final villain, I might actually strangle you in real life. Because how can I play a mama's boy?
How can I play a mama's boy
If my mother becomes the ultimate arch villain of this campaign.
I will say if the ship crashed and all of y'all somehow survived, there was going to be an interesting thing where it's like y'all got like a little like shitty ship for a little bit.
A rental ship.
But y'all would. But there would have
Enterprise
been.
rent a ship.
But there would have been a chance for y'all to get something a lot cooler, and I hinted to it in episode 5.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
It was right after y'all talked to Del Norma.
I'll have to go back. And
Was it
wait.
the pig?
This is
Sorry.
after we talked to her in the diner.
Yeah.
I've listened to this episode like 4 times.
Good.
After we left, You mentioned that there was like the witch hut on chicken legs flying by. I don't remember anything else happening after that because there wasn't like any mention of the shipyard or another ship really. Do tell.
Maybe we would have all gotten flying brooms.
I won't tell.
Motherfucker. Gonna have to go back and listen to it again.
For a fifth time.
Here's a little in-depth question that I'm hoping kind of spews some like extra questions and everything. If you could change one thing about this campaign or the progress that y'all have made, what would you change?
Wow.
Whoa.
Are you talking about just like decisions that
This
we
can
made?
be anything.
Change
Even if it's down to the writing of the world and everything.
That's I haven't thought about it at length because I've been genuinely happy with like the way that things have played out.
Me too.
I don't feel like I've missed out on anything. Like, I mean, obviously, except for the time that I wasn't here.
Oh yeah.
But
I think the writing's fine. I think it's a little crummy that we have real life obligatory stuff that just gets in the way of recording and we have to have this person leave for a while. We have to have this person take a break.
yeah.
This
And for
person
what?
gets busy.
Education?
Yeah. Fuck education. What has that ever done for society?
I say as a graduate.
Jumping on that, I wish I got to play with Lolly longer.
Yeah, dude. I wish.
It was only one time.
Lolly was a fun character to constantly jab at.
She
As
was
Voltaris.
Chaotic. She was
God.
fucking chaotic. She bullied Drix. I didn't like her. I'm joking.
She
I
was
loved her.
chaos incarnate, but it brought such a weird but nice flavor to the party dynamic.
It did. Like I said, I really like just like constantly like poking at her and being like, "You little fucking clown."
Yeah. And then she would get riled up.
Like
and
staring
then-
at her climb up the walls like, "Did you know she could do that?"
She would get riled up, and then she would go build a jungle gym in the ship.
In the fucking ship.
Out of the materials that I specifically told her not to use because we need that.
I just feel like her chaos would be very interesting for like a character interaction with my character. So like I wish I could have gotten more to like talk to her and the confusion that would come with it.
So I will say, I mean, it's her leaving is not a permanent thing. I'm hoping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hoping it's not. But there are chances to interact with her story that are going to come up really fucking soon.
I want to meet her
Okay.
imaginary girlfriend.
I do too.
I think we
Me
should.
too.
I think we should take her.
She's already like made her nose bleed in front of us, but
Yeah.
we never got to see her. So, never mind. I'm not gonna.
I think I have one more question, but do y'all have any more questions?
I do.
Please
Jacob,
lay them on me.
You should. If you have another question, ask yours first.
I have a question.
What's up?
When are we doing the next one?
The next one? I mean, I want to get, because Aurora's planning a Halloween one shot. This is a little.
I think she meant in the self-contained
I said
episode.
wine.
Oh.
I said wine.
Oh no! Oh, oopsie. Wine. My bad. Exclude all of what I just said.
But no, please do tell when another wine
Yeah.
night will occur.
All right. Up next, we have Buenocon's Cabernet Sauvignon.
Is this our last wine?
This is our last wine. This is going to be kind of a classic Cabernet with a bit more berry influence.
Thank you.
It did smell quite berry. Very
Like-
berry.
You like jazz?
You like James? Oh, this has that like classic red, like.
Wait.
Wait.
Clink.
See, that was good.
Tastes just like the communion wine.
It's very nice.
What's funny about
Is-
the communion wine? They're just putting like essential oils and water.
Yep.
And so they can, so Cabernet, Which I always think is fucking hilarious because they're getting the cheapest Cabernet.
Yeah, of course.
It's like
but
box Cabernet.
it is the blood of Christ.
That's
Let me not speak bad about the blood of Christ for a second.
No.
It's alcoholic, so
Yes.
Yeah.
can't be bad.
I feel like it's just
Jeebus
disturbing me
Jeebus
that
needs
it's...
patchouli in his blood.
I'm disturbed there's a cow on it because I don't think it's the blood of Christ. I think it's the blood of cow.
It's just a wine from a different religion.
Yeah. It's
Oh yeah, that's
pagan wine. I love it.
I love a good red.
There's a lot of good reds out there, I will say. Oh, it'd be so cool, like, the next time we do this, after Arc 2, if I just get a bunch of dessert wines.
That's assuming we'll all be alive by Arc 2.
Yes.
The end
I
of
think-
Arc 2.
I think
characters.
for the next one, I might have.
I mean,
a,
us and Ditto too.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shit going on right now, and this place is a great way to escape from all the nasty realities.
Absolutely. We need to do another episode. I need to go to escape.
Yeah, which is why it's fun because we get to do fantasy violence instead of real life
yes.
atrocious violence.
I think for the next one, I might try to make another mead made that's like I might make it with apple juice instead of water.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be
And make it a bochet, which is like caramelized honey instead of just honey.
Could you make an apple pie mead?
Could you make an apple pie too?
I could make the pie.
Or the apple pie mead?
If you make an apple pie mead, I will bring one of the apple pie wines that we have for my job.
I mean, I could do the. It's I guess it's like a bochet sizer at that point, the way I described it, and then maybe like put a stick of cinnamon in it for
Yeah.
a few weeks. At the end of it, make it like an apple pie.
It'll be
I know-
seasonal.
Hold on. Cut out what I'm about to say. No, actually, no, leave it in. Fucking. After this, I will tell you a place where you can get a fuck ton of cinnamon sticks for.
Please.
Oh, what was I had a question on
Just
that.
bleep this out.
Yeah.
I also have a question for
Yeah,
you.
you have questions. So come lay it on me.
So, I feel like I wanted to ask this one at the beginning, but the way the conversation was going, I didn't. So, like, you're obviously drawing from like multiple influences for the
Yes.
story. You and I have talked at length about some of the influences that you are drawing from. I want to know how you went about like blending these in such a deep kind of way, because like I think that your blend is pretty seamless in this world. Like, yes, I can pick out the influences, but they don't feel like they overstay their welcome in like a drastic way.
No,
It
yeah.
feels like you've taken exactly what you're supposed to do and like taken influence and incorporate it, rather than taking an influence and being like, oh, wait, Harry Potter, you know, like,
So,
which would have been one of the lamest things that you could
Let it go on record.
let it go on
yeah,
record.
let it go on record.
Actually,
Fuck. What's her name?
J.K. Rowling.
I'm not even. I just think Harry Potter's lame.
Yes.
It's not
agree with
because of her. I'm sorry. I just don't like it.
I absolutely agree with you, but because J.K. Rowling's a fucking horrible author when it comes to writing stuff and world building, it's fucking horrendous. I want y'all to go read the books again. It's not just
I'm not doing
drop the
that.
book.
I'm not doing it.
No, I will say I also pissed off like half the fantasy community and everything, but you know what? It's,
I knew I would when I opened my mouth when I said that.
Yeah.
And you know, my buddy, I'm not saying his name, but if he listens to this, we're gonna fight. And it's gonna suck for me, because even though he's lanky, he's 6'5", and he has a reach advantage on me.
For me, it's a real life battle because I really like Harry Potter, but I do
Fuck
not-
you!
I don't like J.K. Rowling.
Insert clink.
I like Harry Potter, but I don't like J.K. Rowling. And my email is a Harry Potter email that I made in like middle school. But like every time it's my junk mail. So every time I give it to like a new place, like I literally did the other day at like Michael's. I went to Michael's and they're like, "What's your email?" And I gave them my email. And I feel like I either get a, "Oh, you're a Harry Potter fan," or it's a, "Oh, you're a Harry Potter fan," because that means that you hate trans people. I'm like, no.
Okay,
I
but then
do
you
not.
can look at them and be like, "Put my pencils in the bag."
Bag my shit.
So-
please.
I didn't ask for your
And
opinion.
thank you.
so go back to the question and everything.
I stole 5 canvases from you last week. I'll do it again.
I will say, I mean, when it came to the world building and influences and everything, I mean, this is the generation I was raised in and everything. I have a love for dystopian stuff. And it doesn't have to be post-apocalyptic and everything. It could be the rise of some kind of like what's supposed to be utopia, and in this world where you're supposed to be a better life, a better thing, so on and so forth. And I mean, taking from BioShock and Ken Levine's works, I mean, Atomic Heart. I mean, holy shit! I guarantee if someone's played Atomic Heart and they look at what it did with Sapatra, they'll be like, "That motherfucker."
He ripped them off. He stole.
I'm not gonna lie, I did. But I mean,
I've seen this somewhere before.
But it's good. I mean, I like dystopian stuff, and I like the idea of like the villain's not always going to be the big monster. It's 90% of the time going to be the people that have promised you something. And just being like,
Would you kindly?
yes. God, yeah. No, that
A man chooses. Well, I'm not gonna. That might be a controversial.
Yeah, don't do that.
But I mean, I don't know. I like the idea of complicated relationships, that noir kind of feeling thing where it's like, yeah, you're going to walk into this place. There is no good or bad. There's a morally gray. Yes, you guys are playing on the side of a morally good thing, but I like the morally gray aspect of the world. I want the world to be kind of like gritty and feel not grimdark, but kind of just, you're going to step in shit somewhere and you're going to take another step and it's going to be on a person's head.
Which I like that it's not totally like a grim, dark world. Because, like, we're doing this whole one-shot thing. I might make my one-shot more of like a grim, dark thing. Yeah. And I like that we can do that just in a little self-contained thing where you have a day of just like, get the apostles and kill the demon. Rather than that being the entirety of like the story.
Yeah.
That's why I like that. I feel like...
Can we play?
Yeah.
Right now.
I feel like it makes your story really grounded with it being more like a gray area, because that's kind of how life is.
No.
It's not beautiful butterflies, but it's not also like the pits of hell. It's something in between.
Yeah.
It's something in between, because my thing is when I was writing your characters and writing sessions and stuff, I love the idea of your characters being a part of this propaganda piece. The whole idea of y'all being adventurers and everything and being these heroes, it's kind of inconsequential to the people that you're heroes of. They don't need you to survive, but it's like, no, one day we could be big and strong and they're seeing the world that we're going to see one day. Whoop-de-doo, let's go. It's this whole part of, you might be portrayed as heroes, but y'all don't feel like heroes. And I don't want y'all to feel like heroes 90% of the time. And that sounds shitty to say.
No, I think that's good because it gives us the opportunity to have that play on the concept of like never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Because like when we come into contact with some people, and especially like if they were to talk to me, or even with Drix, maybe their idealized version of Drix is that he is like a more like suave like kind of character, and they meet him and he's
they would think that he's a good character. Like he's gonna be a good guy. He has everyone's best interest at heart, and really he's just a bumbling fucking awkward nerd, and he's just really like stars.
Yeah. And then if they meet me and they're like, wow, you really took those arrows and they did nothing to you, and me being like, I don't know you.
And then you slap both of their ears and just like
pocket sand.
Yeah, kick him down a flight of stairs, and it's like, don't meet your heroes. And I think you've been very successful in making us feel not like heroes, except for when we beat Olgovich and we stopped all of those robots.
And dude, this
is
is one of many things that are going to happen where I will give you guys a heroic moment. I don't want to keep like smacking you on the back of the head and say, no, bad dog. Like, no. You guys are heroes in the right sense, but for this world, being a hero is not just being there for the moment and saving the princess. It is, I'm here to resolve a deeply social problem, and I'm a victim of said deeply social problem.
Yeah, it's not always romanticized.
No, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said earlier in this little talk, you're gonna meet people that are gonna be like, "Oh, it's you guys." Well, I had a sister in Sabatra, and she died. You couldn't save her. You're gonna run into people that are gonna be assholes.
And I'll be the one that's like, no.
Discombobulate.
How would you like your eardrums rattled?
But there's going to be good sides and bad sides to all of this, and I think I can hint to this right now. The next arc is going to be the biggest indication of you're not the heroes you really think you are. Not yet, anyways.
We don't consider ourselves to be heroes, so that's going to be an even greater ego blow.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Because this recent victory that we had might have boosted our spirits a little bit, because if we hadn't actually saved all those people and we hadn't stopped the robot uprising, Drix probably would have went back to Port Lina with Lulu.
I will also say it wasn't just a Fatra that y'all saved. This was happening in every single
That's
city.
right, yeah.
in-
All of the
in-
port-
in
yeah.
the
It was a
world.
pulse that went out like essentially worldwide.
Global. It was,
Yeah.
it was
So
a global thing.
this is a big thing. And like, if we hadn't done that, if we hadn't saved all of those people, I probably would have quit the warden thing, and I probably would have went home. But knowing that we do have the ability now to help more people as wardens than we did just staying at home in our little backstreet houses in Port Lina, there's reason for us to stay. So our spirits might be a little high, and I can't wait to see how you tear us down.
I think that the way that you're playing out this whole hero concept is actually like more akin to what it would feel like in the real world too, where like you were saying, I don't think our characters are really considering themselves heroes, even after doing all this.
Yeah.
Because what we're doing feels like a fucking job.
Yeah.
It feels like a job.
Yeah.
And if you were to be like a hero in real life, I would imagine you would wake up in the morning and think like,
Fuck.
I mean, I hate to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but I did this yesterday too.
Yeah,
You know
it would
what I
very
mean?
much be a
Like-
Mega Mind Metro Man. type
Yes,
of deal,
exactly.
where it's just like, again? Fucking hell.
And
And they're like, thank you! And we're like, fuck!
I didn't do anything. I literally didn't do anything.
And that's kind of the beauty of it too. Whenever I was coming up with like, okay, what makes sense for people to be adventurers? Because in the world I'm writing at Estrium, it made no fucking sense why anyone would want to go back to the surface until it was 100% safe. I was like, okay, what's the reconnaissance team? Because they're not going to be military.
Mhm.
I mean, this whole world was built on the backs of adventurers and people that were going out and becoming heroes. The age before all of this was called the Age of Heroes. So what's the whole purpose of the wardens? And I had to start thinking, no, they're piggybacking off the idea of the Age of Heroes. These are people that have extraordinary abilities. You're not going to meet someone that just can't do anything. You're not going to meet a commoner that's a warden. You're going to meet people that are barbarians and druids and rogues and all this stuff that are going to be high level, strong, or even low level, and they're going to say, yeah, no, I had to behead a 10-year-old the other day. But it's
Pure cartel shit.
or no, it's or more along the lines of like, well, we had to go burn down a village on the surface because we were reclaiming a spot for the Hurricane Regiment, and
Yeah.
we got
Eminent
paid
domain? Don't
Yeah.
make me do it.
and it is a whole.
As Volt says with a smile on his
Don't make me do it.
plain featureless face.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. It's
The
like
lips crack
they're-
slightly.
the mouth slot opens up again.
The metal
Yeah.
bends upwards. Just
It upturns in a way that you didn't know it could do.
oh, it'd be so
But-
creepy.
But that's the whole thing. Is like the wardens have a reason for being here. They're the people that are going to scout out the area, reclaim territory, and basically help out the people that are trying to take back the surface. Now, what does that entail? Only you will know whenever the next episodes come out. Hopefully. God willing, we're all still here.
Yes.
Don't want to die.
But yeah, I think that concludes our first wine and dice. How do y'all feel?
I feel like the wine is hitting. I feel like
Me
the wine is hitting.
I think that my mead is more alcoholic than I intended it to be
Yeah.
because as I drink the wines, I've gotten more sober. But when I drank my mead for a minute there, I was like, whoa.
Okay, hold on. A little out of like the pocket. I'm not going to stop recording because this is funny. I got poisoned yesterday.
What?
So apparently I have an allergic reaction to artificial jalapeno flavor.
Okay.
Well, that's.
Did you drink pickle vodka?
No,
Oh.
I drank, and I might have to bleep this out later. Casa Amigos Jalapeno Blanco. It's a tequila.
Okay.
Um,
Is it the ghost pepper tequila?
No.
You said jalapeno specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
And it's a spicy vodka and a spicy tequila. And I'll be real with you, this brand fucking sucks ass. Do not buy this. Do not buy
you're gonna have
Casa
to bleep
Amigos.
that out.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
I'll bleep out the
You're
name,
gonna have to bleep the shit
Yeah.
out of that.
but it's actually fucking horrible tequila.
Only we get the lowdown on what not to buy.
This episode will actually go out to YouTube. If you want more of this in the uncensored version, go to our Patreon, which will be set up hopefully by the time this episode comes out.
Do it.
Do it.
Please
Do it.
support us so we can actually get better equipment and do better with the show and make it a career. Actually,
Fund us.
Please give me your money.
but I took three.
Fuck are you?
I took 3 different shots. So I took the jalapeno blanco by itself.
Damn.
I took the
I know you can see the video in your mind playing the clown.
I took jalapeno blanco mixed with a margarita mix, and then I took the reposado. As soon as I walked away and got back in like the cash register box, my buddy looked at me. He's like, "Hey, are you all right? You're getting really red." Like, let me go look. I went and looked in the mirror. My eyes were swelling up.
Oh.
That's always a good sign.
On
Yeah,
the
that's
clock.
Yeah, on the clock. Thank God I was like 2 minutes for my break. So I was like, I'm just gonna sit back here, take some Benadryl. I'm gonna knock the fuck out for like 5 minutes. And I was still red for the entirety of the shift.
Wow.
God. Dude.
Well, he's still here, ladies and gentlemen, and he
Still
looks
here.
just as devilishly handsome as ever.
Oh.
He's still doing his job. He's keeping us entertained with his fantastic stories.
Yeah.
I do have one last question for you.
Yeah, sure.
This could be a closing thing. Where do you see Studio Chimera in 5 years?
5 years. In 5 years, I'm hoping to God we have our own actual like studio, like actual like building. That is
A fucking building would be amazing.
no.
I want a warehouse.
I want like
Everything.
I would love like, and this can get censored a little bit until we have like more of a definite thing on it. But with Ink and Omen, which is me, Jacob, and Caleb's partnered association company, we are. I would hope to God that like if it starts off with Studio Chimera getting a building or an office or something like that, I would love to just share that with them and like we have an actual office space to work in and actually make this a career where we're actually getting paid to do this.
Oh, what? And if we were like splitting rent on something like that,
Dude, there are office spaces
I can do that.
around our city that are so affordable.
we could do that shit.
Really?
We could
Yes.
make some money on that.
Especially if we're splitting it 3 ways plus a Patreon.
And if you have a place, you have a lot more incentive to work.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey guys, we have fucking rent coming up. I hope you've been working on your projects.
No,
So
absolutely.
no more of this, oh, I was not feeling good.
And-
I had food poisoning.
Well, I mean, from the
I was
perspective
shitting
of
my guts out.
from the,
You better get to work.
from the perspective of like what we're doing here, if this were to be well enough taken off, this could feasibly be something that was like, okay, we each get paid from whatever we do from this.
Mhm.
Go ahead and take out the third of that you need from whatever our pay would be from this, and that's for the rent
Yeah.
of like the building.
That's for the rent of the building. Yeah.
And I will say, I said us 3. I excluded Natalie because we did talk about Natalie having a part in this.
R.I.P.
And Natalie. I would love for Natalie to be a part of this and actually have a hand in this, even if it's not in one of the companies, it's just the overhead. It'd be great.
She has skills. She
She
has
has
skills to bring to the table.
a
She
lot of
is
skills.
a wonderful photographer in real life.
She has a particular set of skills.
Please support us for the love of God. If you like our show, please
I'm
support us.
so hungry.
Please God.
I am destitute. I am starving. You can see all of my ribs.
I need a granola bar today.
All right.
He's being dramatic.
In real life, we're all extremely attractive and wealthy. Please support us. Please.
Well, I believe that is the end of our first Wine and Dice.
Mm.
Thank you guys so much for coming out, and thank you so much for listening.
please, if you like this, please support us. And I hope to God this is a note for future Steven. Have the Patreon please set up by this point. That would be nice.
To future Jacob, you're a bitch, and I can kick your ass.
To future Caleb, keep drawing some concepts, dog. You've taken a 2-day break. That's long enough.
To future Natalie, this is your problem now.
Oh my god. Be nice to yourself.
But thank you so much for listening. Make sure to check out Ink and Omen when it's out and ready. And I guess we could do some shout outs for your stuff too if y'all are ready.
No.
No.
Let's keep it under wraps for now.
No.
I got some shit planned.
Same
You
here.
guys aren't even
worries.
ready for
Not
it.
currently.
That it will be advertised eventually. But thank you so much for listening,
Yes.
and we will see you guys.
In
on the flip
closing, say it. I was interrupting you for the fuck of it.
It's all good. We will see you guys on the flip side.
Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.
Witness us!